Welcome to season two of whatever we call it, entitled Travel Life. TSA already judged you. Well, we will go on a journey exploring topics that the Black community will benefit from. I am so excited to be back with you all as we have a jam-packed schedule for season two. Today's topic will cover traveling tips, focus more on going through TSA easier. Because we know that the most stressful part about traveling is dealing with TSA. TSA are the mean girls at the airport. Instead of wearing pink on Fridays, they wear blue every day. I'll be joined by special guests on each episode, and these special guests have experience in the topics they're discussing. So I will simply be your guide while they lead us in conversation. These guided conversations will be your metaphorical coat as we navigate this cold. So think of these guided conversations as my attempt of keeping you all warm. Today's special guest will trade all the secrets of traveling through TSA. He's my older brother, and he is known as Edric, Ed, Fresh, whatever you want to call him. Edric is medically retired after serving 8 years in the U.S. Army on the active duty side, and he now works for the TSA in Nashville Airport. So welcome, Ed. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. All right, well then, let's jump right in. So last season we ended talking about mental health in the community, and we're gonna need some mental health after encountering TSA. So why don't you start us off by reminding us about the basic TSA rules, such as what you can't have on your carry-on and stuff like that.
But you can't have in your carry on?
Yeah.
Okay. Um Obviously you can't have a gun in your carry on. Um can't have liquids that are bigger than 3.4 ounces, such as water bottles or shampoo bottles, things like that. Uh what else? I mean, you can't have knives, torch lighters, throwing axes, brass knuckle, anything that'll hurt anybody else, and the basic liquids. That's all I can think of right now, really. I mean, dangerous items and liquids.
So that means all you gotta get your water bottles. Make sure you drink it before you go to line.
That's the major thing we take away.
Water bottles.
hmm
Have y'all found anything like weird that y'all, as people came through? Is there any weird things that y'all?
Um, just be mindful how you pack your bags. You know us uh by protecting the country. We look for explosive devices, so try not to pack anything next to wires or anything.
Mm.
Just be mindful how you pack your bags.
All right. Okay. So now, if they're like, for example, the liquids, like shampoo or whatever, since we can't have those in our carry-on, is it allowed to go through like checked baggage? And for the things that are allowed no checked baggage, that's probably not allowed in carry-on. Are there certain restrictions on what we can have in checked baggage?
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to check a water bottle under the plane in your check bag, you can. um Shampoo, yeah, we allow you guys to once we pull you to the side, and we give you the options. Hey, you can put it in your check bag, or you can take it out to your car. uh and what was the second question you asked?
Are there restrictions on what can be in the checked baggage? Like there's certain things
um
that can't go at all.
To be honest, I can't give you anything on that. I have never worked check baggage. You have to have a check baggage experienced person. But I mean, on a checkpoint, I know what can go in that comes through the checkpoint that I can allow you to go check it.
Mhm.
Uh, Such thing as you can't check torch lighters.
Yes.
Flammable liquid. You can't check flammable liquids. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's about the only thing I know.
Okay. So, what other general tips can you give us about going through TSA? Such as if you're going into an airport, show up 2, 3, however many hours early, or stuff like that. Forms of ID that you need to bring, stuff like that.
Yeah. So the time I would come 3 hours early, especially if you're going through a major airport. like such as Nashville, LA, things like that. It's
Mhm.
gonna be traffic outside trying to park, so you gotta give yourself an hour for that. And then once you get inside, if you got check baggage, you gotta stay in the line for that. Give yourself an hour for that, and then you got a line to get through the airport to come, bring your carry on bags. So I would give you a lot of time of 3 hours.
Okay.
Um, Second question I forgot. What'd you say?
Any like forms of, like what type of forms of ID? I know the real ID is now like a big thing for people that
Yeah.
travel,
Okay.
so stuff like that. Yeah.
So my passengers come through. They tell me, hey, it's been backed up. Getting the real ID because everybody trying to get it because everybody want to fly.
Mhm.
Of course, New York has enhanced ID. That's a real ID. Um, Most states have the star on the right top right corner or bottom right corner. If it's a star on your driver license, then you got real ID. If you don't got that, have a passport. If you don't got a passport, um, depends on what airport. They got different ways of getting you in, or they might turn you around. I don't know. Um, just you want to have real ID or a passport.
All right. All right. So now I want to shift a little bit, and I want to dive into if someone wants to travel and they may have a firearm. Like they may have, for safety, whether they're going somewhere a little bit long term, so they want to bring a firearm for safety, and so they have the firearm. What's the procedure for someone traveling through the airport? With the firearm.
Can't give you information on that. I don't know. I'm not a check baggage expert, but I know it has to go in your check baggage. Obviously, I don't think I know about. We got to be locked in. I think the mag away from the gun. I don't know, but yeah, I would. They should tell you on the website. So look on the TSA website. Tell you how to pack it. They're not gonna leave you blind. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you probably won't know the answer to this one, but anyways. So are there different procedures or rules for like local and state law enforcement that's traveling? And then what about federal? Like, are there different rules for law enforcement that's traveling with a firearm?
Um. So that's supervisors. They go through like screening or whatever. They might be traveling for work or so they go through a supervisor. I'm not quite there yet, so they handle that on the side. hmm But most of them do know the procedure because they always traveling, like either for work or off duty. So they most of them they know I already know.
Okay.
hmm
All right. So now can you tell us a little bit more about TSA pre-check? Like what is it?
TSA pre-check. More and more people are getting it. It was initially to get through screening faster. They do an intense 10-year background check, no felonies and stuff like that. Um, you come through, you have to have pre-check. You want to know about the kids. The kids, certain airports have different ages. I don't know. Most airports you got to be 12 and under. And it's on the TSA website. It's not a secret. Come through. Of course, you leave your shoes on. Some airports they make you take things out the bag. Some airports you leave everything in your bag and you just go on through. Walk through the metal detector. Bam, you got it. Um, I mean that's it. Just made for traveling to be easier. And they they wasn't so busy, but like I said, more and more people are getting it, so it's still busy. So you still want to allot that 3 hour time.
All right. So maybe kind of touch on this little, obviously, when you talk about like, leaving your shoes on, like the metal ticker, so it's easier. Are there any other benefits to having TSA pre-check? And is there a why is that? Are there other benefits or what are the benefits for having TSA pre-check?
Um, that's about it. I mean, you might catch an airport, and the standard side might be busy. The part where they take their shoes off.
Mhm.
Pre-check, like not many people have it, but like I say, more and more people are getting it. So pre-check side, it'll be less people than the standard side. So that's a benefit. If you got clear with it, it's some kind of system named clear. They'll bring you to the front of the line, either standard or pre-check, and you get in the front of the check line where they check your ID. And once you get in, if it's a long line inside, you still gotta wait in line. But you skip the whole line to check your ID. But that's about the only benefit can I know, like for TSA pre-check. I mean, yeah, it's no, you can't keep special, you can't keep guns because you pre-check. You can't keep special big liquids. It's just made for faster screening.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, um, no, I know because this actually happened to me when I went to Canada because I'm just, back from Canada now. Um, but so can your pre-check status like carry over to other countries when traveling internationally? Because I know for Canada they have it's not TSA pre-check, but they like kind of recognize frequent travelers or non-travelers or something like that. So, are there other countries, besides Canada, obviously, where it kind of carries over?
Yeah, well, I don't I know I work for TSA, but I don't fly, so I hate
Yeah.
flying. But I know passengers they come from wherever they come from, and they'd be like, "Hey, I had TSA pre-check coming over here. Why didn't carry over?" Um, I think some flights you actually do have to re-add it again once you fly out back to your hometown or wherever you want to go. As far as overseas, like I said, foreign countries, I don't know. I haven't traveled outside the country besides military, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, what is the process for one to get like TSA pre-check? What does that look like?
Um, of course, you'll have to. Your airport should have a TSA pre-check building or office or whatever inside the airport, and you can go to them and talk to them. They probably get you hooked up with I don't know. I know they do a 10-year background check, so you got to fill out a lot of information, obviously, and give all your contacts and all that. Get your fingerprints. Make sure you're not in the system, nothing wrong. Like felonies and stuff. And of course, it's gonna be like a waiting period because they doing that intense background check. Like, can't just give anybody a pre-check.
Mm.
Um, and then once you got it, I mean, obviously you got to pay. I think it's like $100 some for 5 years, or a little under $100 for 5 years, or 10 years, something like that.
You know,
Um, yeah, that's about all I can think of. Yeah.
well, are there certain like demographics that can like automatically like disqualify for pre-check? Kind of like in the military, you put your DOD numbers and you kind of get it, which is why I kind of traveling. But are there other like certain demographics, like maybe law enforcement? I know you said something short. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, so yeah, if you're a government official, obviously you trust it. You work for the government. You're gonna do a 10-year background check anyways. Like everybody in TSA got pre-check. Uh, law enforcement. I see a lot of law enforcement come through pre-check. Um, yeah, if you government affiliated, you're gonna have pre-check. Because I mean, like I said, it can't be in the government without with felonies. So
Yeah.
yeah, they go do that in background check and give you pre-check. Um, military, yeah, law enforcement, FBI, all that. They all, yeah. Mhm.
Was there anything else that you would like to share with the listeners?
Um, yeah, I mean, yes, flying is simple. It's easy. We here to help. Um, I can't speak. Now, I heard the northern states they kind of aggressive. So maybe when they come to the south, when they come to the south down here in Tennessee, Alabama, they were like, "Oh, you guys are nice." They said Southern hospitality, baby. Like, we go make sure you're comfortable. But like I said, it's simple. It's easy. Nothing to worry about. Just listen to what you're told or asked to do. You know. Um, check your bag over and over and over again. So many guns getting caught in the water bottles. If you get your bag pulled to the side, you're gonna give us attitude. What did I do? Because you got a water bottle. You know not to bring a water bottle. Just double check your bag and just be cognizant, and aware of what you got in your bag. There's no way you shouldn't know where your firearm is.
Well, hopefully this episode will help you all have a smoother encounter with TSA next time you're at the airport. The next episode, we'll talk about traveling as an educational experience. So have those passports ready and stay tuned. Let's get warm. Whatever This Kodak is hosted by Aldrich Cade. It is recorded, edited, and produced by Aldrich Cade LLC. Thank y'all and have a great day.